He don't really like you. He has crazy eyes. He makes dry ass waffles. And I believe he be setting them fires that he be going into as a firefighter. That's all I'm saying.
Lawful wedded husband.
To be my...
Barbara not Barbara Jean's heart.
With a tramp like you?
Well, I know it hurts being third rate, but aren't you accustomed to it yet?
Oh, Robin, I see.
I did myself the slut of Springfield!
Of a bitch in heat. I found out myself what love is all about.
Hey everybody, it's me, Nikki. My words, little Juniper gonna get pregnant by little Tredarius. Even though they hurt each other's feelings today, she called him toxic, insecure, trash, and walked up out the house. And he said, girls like you who date, football players and all that stuff, I don't know if y'all date boys like me. And honestly, I feel like you're trying to set me up. And it's just like, I too would think that somebody just slide over to you at Orphe Jeans eating your fries was trying to set you up to talk about she like chess. Girl, please. Martin and Smitty need to get ready to be grandparents. I'm mad that Martin spreading all his business around the country club was just a dream because he was really going in. But also, they don't read the room. That Caucasian man has been following you around and looking at you and getting your information this entire time. And you don't see it. Obviously, y'all don't read the room. Obviously. Eric and Ashley once again have communicated finally like adults, and they're no longer living together. And he was being passive aggressive with her about not living together and how she needed her space and how she needed to be organized. And it's just like, he don't really like you. He has crazy eyes. He makes dry ass waffles. And I believe he be setting them fires that he be going into as a firefighter. That's all I'm saying. Bro, what baby? We ain't seen a sonogram. We ain't seen a pee test. We ain't seen a blood test. We ain't seen her down to the hospital. We ain't seen her a little sick in the morning. We ain't seen none of that. She ain't pregnant. I'm telling you now. That heifer ain't pregnant. She ain't pregnant. Anthony, you ain't no help. You should have been supervising that whole situation, and maybe he wouldn't have got on her nerves to the point where she called him toxic, insecure, trash. You came back with a plate of carrots and celery sticks, and you should have walked in and said, "What y'all doing?" Martin's still over there gaslighting Smitty to all get out. When you gonna tell your husband you caught a body and that's why Evil Genuine is blackmailing you and Mama and Daddy Dupree? When are you gonna tell him that? Huh? Talk about, I want to choke the life out of him. I believe you didn't choke the life out of somebody in your day. You got anger issues. And you need to go down there to anger management, get that under control, and also pay attention to the signs. You have no street smarts whatsoever. There's a man continuously following you. Do you not see him? Because I plain as day see him with them split ends and his little salt and pepper facial hair that, it's a little patchy. It's a little patchy. And him, dressing as a cater waiter. It definitely does not help. But, do you? I guess. This is not the first time that Triple H has talked to Chelsea like she done lost her ever-loving mind and gotten away with it because Evil Genuine feels like his new young Tinder is the end-all, be-all. But this is also not the first time that she talked to Chelsea like this, and Chelsea looked like she wanted to snatch her up by her wig, okay, and just shake that wig around, okay? It is not the first time. And this ain't the first time Chelsea didn't call her an orphan, and it was like, ooh, Chelsea, you just gonna keep throwing up in her face that she was an orphan. That is so mean. But, Chelsea's not wrong. And I also feel like, oh, girl is not pregnant. And Chelsea is not wrong in the sense of, why are you bringing a baby into this situation when you are already ostracized and nobody likes you? You are setting your child up for failure. And Evil Genuine should know better. You really did not do the raising of Naomi and Chelsea. The reason why Naomi, Chelsea, and Danny are so close, other than the fact that they're mother and daughter and, sisters, and then also because they're all women, is because Danny did the majority of the raising of the girls, and you just came in when it was time for you to slip in, get in where you fit in every so often, because that law firm has always been and will always be your number one priority. Let's talk about it. Let's really talk about it. So Chelsea was right. That child and you even more ostracized in this community, and then you should definitely know better because you really didn't do much when it came to Naomi and Chelsea. Once again, Triple H is not reading the room. So Naomi and Jacob just got finished playing basketball. She, ate him up on the court. And they're about to leave. And she goes over and says, a quick little hello, being cordial because she was raised right, to Triple H. And she's about to go on. And she's like, oh, we're here celebrating. And Naomi's like, cool. And she's like, don't you want to know? And Naomi's like, no. And she was like, I thought we would be friends. Why would y'all be friends? You slept with her father. You was throwing that Uchi cat around to him in the office and probably in her mother's house, in her bed, on her furniture, and you was probably in her closet wearing her clothes and in her refrigerating her strawberry preserves. I believe it. I believe you the type to do that. Anyway, why would she do that? Look at how what her mother has been going through these past months. Look at what her father and her relationship has turned out to be. Let's also not talk about the fact that you done threatened her and her sister multiple times at this point. Why would she want to be cool with you? Well, don't you want to know what the surprise is? We're family. We're gonna be tied together for a very long time. Girl, she could deal with you. She don't have to deal with you to deal with your baby if it's a real baby anyway. I'm sorry, I don't believe she bit more pregnant. If you tell me you pregnant in this economy and in this administration, bitch, you better be joking. And if you're telling me that you decided to bring a baby into the situation you already got going on that is not good for your mental health and not good for your physical health, you also had better be joking. But see, Triple H is doing a lot to hold on to that man. Speaking of trying to hold on to that man, so Chelsea then took her bored ass in the house board, out of the house board, down to Danny's house to tell her about Triple H being pregnant. Now, Danny is there because she got this opportunity to work with this influencer, and she was going to call Chelsea down there to be like, help me so I can get my numbers up on social media too. I believe Chelsea likes it when her mother spirals out of control and goes down the line of conspiracy theories and is just doing absolutely too much. So she has a reason to complain and reel her back in because she's bored as hell because her married Ucha cat threw her away. Why she told Danny about this pregnancy, I'll never know. Danny could have found out when that lady was big and pregnant and then did it that way. Oh no, she wouldn't have told her. So Danny is running down all these conspiracy theories because she's like, listen, we see all these people all the time, these older men who marry these younger women and the younger women get pregnant, and now these men down to the parent-teacher conferences breaking their hips trying to sit in them uncomfortable plastic chairs. And Chelsea is like, I don't think that's what it is. I don't think that's what it is. You're going off the deep end. You're doing too much. You're doing this. You're doing that. She wouldn't be going off the deep end had you not took us over there and said anything. You bored. You shouldn't have said anything. You should have talked to Naomi. You and Naomi figured out how to tell y'all mama and then been done with it. But no, you just had to go over there and tell her. So now she got all these conspiracy theories and you feel like she's doing too much. Now Chelsea is back to where she wants to be, telling her mother how it is, how it's going to be, and handling up on her so she can calm her down. I feel like Chelsea, as of recent, doesn't know how to live life without Danny spiraling out of control and her reeling her back in. Because Danny was doing better than she had been in a very long time before you went over there and said what you said. Once again, I don't believe Triple H is pregnant until somebody gives me a P-test, clear blue, all of them, from the 99-cent store all the way up to the highest of the high, most expensive P-stick test you can get. We need one of them P-tests from the hospital. I need a blood test. I need a sonogram. And then I need a sonogram where it's just the belly. And then I need the one where, they get, all up in your business to do the internal sonogram to show off the baby. I a bit more believe she pregnant. I don't believe it. I don't trust it. This whole pregnancy announcement came after she was complaining about being the second wife and getting less and less and less. And I feel like she think that baby is going to hold that man at home. But let's be clear on something. You don't have kids to fix a lackluster ass marriage and a bad situation because they're not going to fix it. You're just bringing someone in there and putting all this responsibility on them to fix something that was broken in the first place. And you knew it was broken in the first place because how you got them was jacked up. But Danny rolled up on her. She was like, I'm here to congratulate you, but I'm also here to do a lot more. Please don't do nothing crazy to that lady before they lock your ass up. I'm already taking up collections to send you to Betty Ford because I had to give the money back the first time around because you had stopped doing all that drinking. Baby, they stressful as hell. Ooh! Too much is going on.